Do I have bad taste in books? I'm questioning myself right now. Excuse me, sir. I love that quote of blah blah. Some people just don't get literature. I apologize for everything I'm going to say in this video in advance because this is going to be triggering. We are reading 1-star reviews of my favorite books of all time, and let's see what people have to say about those. Let's start by the book that got me back into reading, which is The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I adore that book. Let's see what people have to say about it. I am using my laptop today, if you couldn't tell, because I'm recording with my phone and I don't have a camera. So that's what we're working with today. Okay, this lady says, wow, that was awful. The content is of the supermarket tabloid variety, and the writer lacks all subtlety and grace. Oof. She might as well have beaten you over with the head with a mallet. That was rough. This book is the stuff that gives chick lit a bad name. I don't know if you read the same book because that book changed my life. So whatever. I'm just gonna go ahead and ignore that. And I just want to say that everybody is entitled to their own opinion, okay? It's just all fun and games here. I'm not attacking anyone. Please don't come for me. Some people just don't get literature. That's okay. That's fine. I rated that book 5 stars. I love that book so much. But let's move on to the next one. Let's see what people have to say about it. Alright. One of my other favorite books of all time is ACOTAR. And I'm just going to look at the series as a whole, but mainly Aftermath, which is the second book, A Court of Mist and Fury. Let's see if people have to say bad things about that one because that is too close to my heart. So here we go. Okay, so this person has to say, first of all, this is marked as high fantasy. You've got to be kidding me. I skimmed through the entire book. I still have no clue why it's so popular. A quote of blah blah is boring as hell. Excuse me, sir. I love that quote of blah blah. I don't know. Okay, so ACOTAR is not high fantasy at all. It's not high fantasy, it is romantasy. It is very romance heavy. So if you're going in thinking you're getting a George R.R. Martin book, you're wrong. You gotta pick up Throne of Glass for that. So this is for the romantasy people. And this person has it all wrong. I love this book with all my heart. I think about this book every single day. And yeah, this one is hard because there are so many 1-star reviews that I did not expect. And people just really don't like it. I mean, to each their own, I guess. But I love SJM and I love Aftermath so much. I really do want to read Throne of Glass as well as Crescent City. But ACOTAR is one of my favorite series of all time. So, okay. So one of my other favorite books of all time is Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. And I know what people are going to say about it already. Like, some of my favorite YouTubers don't even like it. Like, imagine that. But I love it. I love that series. I think about those people every single day. Characters, they're ink on paper. Doesn't feel like that to me. So I think about those books and those characters every single day. So let's see what people have to say about Fourth Wing. Okay, so this one person has written, if I had $1 million for every cliche in this book, of which there are a multitude, I'd still regret spending $20 on all 498 pages of this mess. Do I have bad taste in books? I'm questioning myself right now. I don't know, man. I do still really love this book, so it's not gonna change my opinion, but good for them. I don't know. I feel like there are certain genres in fantasy. There are dragons, there are limited creatures. There is the trial aspect in fantasy books that a lot of authors do, right? I feel like the major difference is the author. That's why every single book is different, because it's the writing style, it's how they evoke emotions within their readers. So that's why each one of these books differ from the other, because of the author herself. And I feel like Rebecca Yarros is really good at evoking emotions within her readers. So when I read Fourth Wing, it doesn't feel like they're characters. It feels like I know these people. So I do realize that it is a bit cliche having dragons, academic setting, magical school, war college, whatever you want to call it. And then you do have our main characters, which is kind of the chosen one prophecy, and how she is powerless, but then she gains such strength and powers and becomes the most powerful rider in her class or her batch, whatever. And then Zayden, who is our male main character, is basically the blueprint of a fantasy male character. He is a shadow wielder, he can read minds or intentions, etc. Spoiler alert. I do realize how it can seem a bit repetitive, but it is really good, so I really love it. If you don't, that's on you. However, I did read another review that says, I'm sorry, but it's a no from me. I have my reasons and regrets and I want a refund of my time and my money. That's a bit harsh, but let's move on. So I see a pattern here of fantasy books. Let's move on to a non-fantasy book. It's a romance or a fiction series, Magnolia Parks. Now that book I will take no criticism on. Like, I will take no criticism on any of those books. So let's see what people have to say about that. Okay, so what I love so much about Magnolia Parks by Jessa Hastings is the characters. It's very character driven, and if you don't like the characters, you are not gonna like the books. And you don't have to be in love or agree with the characters. You just have to develop an emotional attachment with them, I guess, or have to care about the characters. Otherwise, there is basically no plot. The Daisy books still have some plot, but Magnolia books don't. So let's see what people have to say about it. I can see the criticism, but the writing is absolutely beautiful, and they do some questionable things, but I really enjoy them. I don't know, it's like London High Society Gossip Girl, and I'm here for it. So let's see what people have to say about it. So this one person says, this has got to be the worst book I've ever read. I can't even tell you the plot because I genuinely don't know what I just read. It's just two adult children effing other people and whining about how they love the other person so much. If I had to read one more head-to-toe description of an outfit, including the designer, pattern, and the season, I was going to scream. I don't know, I kind of like the designer aspect. And there's a page on Instagram called Magnolia Parks Closet or MPU Closet, something like that. And they post like every single outfit that Jessa describes in this book. And it is just so cool. It's so much easier to picture the outfits when you see them on Instagram while reading it. That's what I did. And I absolutely loved it. I don't know. It is toxic. It is not a romance blueprint book. You're not supposed to look at their relationship and be like, I want that. You're not gonna do that, but it is beautiful writing, beautiful book, complex characters, and I love every single one of them. So okay, next up, one of my absolutely favorite books of all time, Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez, and Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez as well. So let's see what people have to say about that. I'm gonna read the reviews of Part of Your World first. Let's see what people have to say about that, because that man is a treasure. The male main character in Part of Your World is blueprint ideal boyfriend for every single person who exists on this earth. Like, he is amazing. And the 1-star reviews are actually less than 1% on Goodreads, which doesn't surprise me because it's a really, really good book. Okay, this person has commented, I'm a forever hater of this book, I don't care. Moving on. This person says, DNF at 20%. Please don't continue reading this review if you love Abby Jimenez. I'm gonna stop right there because that person just asked me to, I guess. It was too long. 150 pages could have been cut and it wouldn't change a thing. I feel like that's like every romance book. However, I would not cut any of the pages of this book because I was sobbing reading them all and I loved every single second of it. Anyway. Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez. It's so cute. It's reverse age gap. So the girl is 10 years older than the guy, which I felt kind of weird at first, but you know what? Guys are always older in books, so this was kind of refreshing to see, and it was amazing. The chemistry those two had, like, they were made for each other. Like, you cannot convince me otherwise. They were made for each other. I loved this book so much. Daniel, the male main character, like, he's such an act of service man. He does every single thing your ideal boyfriend would. He cooks for her, he treats her well. It's a small town romance because the guy is from a small town and this girl comes from a lot of money. Like, she is basically a legacy. She's a Montgomery, which is huge in that hospital she works at, and she's also becoming chair of medicine. Like, she is becoming part of the board, and it is amazing to see how those two worlds collide. And if you haven't read this book yet, you need to read it. I read it on my Kindle and I love it so much. I also really like Yours Truly, but Yours Truly, I gave it 5 stars. It should be a 4-star ideally, now that I think about it. And Just for the Summer was amazing. So good. So let's see what people have to say about that. Okay, this book has even less 1-star reviews, which I'm not surprised at all. It was amazing. Okay, so the first 1-star review is literally, everybody needed therapy. Don't we all? My friend, don't we all? But Emma, who is a female main character in this book, did need therapy and she did get it. She took full ownership of it and it was so amazing to see her growth and how the relationship developed. I don't know, it was amazing. It was a really good romance book, one of my favorite romance books of all time. If you've read this book, you would know what this person is talking about, but they give it a 1-star review and they're saying FMC is the smallest girl ever. The reason it's so funny is because she constantly says in the book that she is becoming small. When she's basically pushing everyone away and isolating herself, she says that she's becoming small. She's becoming her own island of one. There's no one allowed on there. And she's becoming small. That's all she says in the book. So this is so funny, but oh my god, like this comment is wild. This was a really good romance book, guys. Like, Justin is my ideal guy. The guy I would want to be with. That's Justin from Just for the Summer. Like, give me Justin and that's all I need. He is so cool. He is such an act of service guy as well. Again, he literally sends her surveys after their dates, what she liked, or even before their dates, what she wants. And it is just so cute seeing how he makes all these efforts. And he is not a single dad, but he basically becomes a guardian for all of his siblings because something happened in his family, and he is amazing. It's amazing. Like, Justin is amazing. The way they've talked about Emma's mental health and how she deals with all of it is amazing to see. I feel like she takes full accountability. She's very communicative. They're both very communicative, I feel like. And I just loved every character in this book except one. If you know, you know. I would just recommend read all 3 of the books before you read Just for the Summer, which means Part of Your World, then Yours Truly, then Just for the Summer is gonna hit different that way. Trust me on this. Okay. So, moving on. What the hell have I read that I rated 5 stars? Like, I forgot. Let me just check. I'm sorry. Like, what did I read? I forgot what I've read, what I've rated 5 stars. Oh my god, let's see here. Apparently not a lot of books because I have rated a lot of 4 stars and 3 stars, not a lot of 5 stars. So I'm moving on to our 4-star books now because I'm out of my 5 stars, I fear. Next up is Funny Story by Emily Henry. I love that book so much and I related to Daphne so much. So let's see what people have to say about it. Again, very less 1-star reviews, very impressed. So this is a few reviews down, but the person says the main character spends the entire book complaining about how she built her entire life around her ex-fiance and then proceeds to build her entire life around another man. Okay, I feel bad about this comment because I related to Daphne so much. Like, I'm her. I'm Daphne. That's it. That's all it is. Except I'm not a librarian, I'm just a healthcare person. People are wild. Next up. This was so excruciating to get through. I technically DNF'd 42% in, and that was me forcing myself to read it. They were each other's rebounds and nothing more. In fact, they're both, especially Miles, still in love with their horrid exes. But anywho, BR with BFF, heart. Honestly, did we even read the same book? Because that's not what happened at all. In the end, you can literally see that Peter came back to Daphne and she couldn't care less. She just didn't want to be with him. And Miles, I don't think he loves Petra at all. Of course, the 3rd act breakup, the reason for the 3rd act breakup was because of something Miles did. But I feel like that was more of a miscommunication. But also, if my boyfriend did that for his ex, like, he would be out of the picture so quick. So I don't blame Daphne at all for that. But I don't think any of them are in love with the other person. I feel like the reason I gave Funny Story 4 stars instead of 5 is because the romance was just not romancing enough for me, if that makes sense. The female main character was amazing. Chef's kiss, so good. She was me. I'm her. That's all I need to say. I wrote so much in this book. I cried so much, it evoked so many emotions within me. I just couldn't give it 5 stars. It just was missing that romantic aspect for me, even though I really liked Miles as well. I feel like they were good as friends and their chemistry was kind of okay, but I couldn't feel their love, if that makes sense. Like, the book was amazing. It just wasn't hitting as a romance book for me, which is what it's marketed as. It is marketed basically as a romance book. I feel like it should be more of a literary fiction for women with a subplot of romance, and even then the romance just wasn't the best. That's why it wasn't 5 stars for me. So anyway, funny story, 4 stars, loved it. People are hilarious, by the way. People are wild. I'm just gonna end this video here. Thank you so much for watching it, and if you liked it, please subscribe to my channel and like my video. I'll see you in the next one. Love you. Bye.